Greetings, everyone. So, this morning I was driving past somewhere and I saw something which reminded me of this story I'm about to share with you this morning. So, many years ago in Asaba, something happened to me which maybe would have taken my life, but thank God I'm here today to share the story. I was called by a chairman, right? This man just built a very big hotel and he wanted someone to brand the hotel for him and stuff. So down to everything, So I got there, I met him, and he was like, okay, tell me what you can do. I want these things, this and that and stuff. So I'm like, okay, fine. These are the things I could do. I could help with this, that, and that, and then this is the importance of these things I'm doing to you and stuff. So he was like, okay, fine, good. Thank you very much. I would get back to you. In my mind, I was like, okay, same old story. He's going to get back to me. But fortunately, he got back to me. I went there this time. I saw lots of money. He had money in this thing we call Ghana Must Go in Nigeria. And he asked me how much it's going to cost, and I told him, I think that was the very first biggest money I had. I said, this is talking about millions, right? So I left there that day with a lot of money. Thank God I had my laptop with me. I always had my laptop with me in my bag, one black bag. I think most people in Asaba then would know me with one particular black bag. My laptop is always with me. I'm going to church, I have my laptop. I'm going to anywhere, I have my laptop with me. So anywhere then was my office. I could sit anywhere and do anything and get it across, and make money. So I now put some of this money in my laptop bag, some of them in my pocket, my jean pocket. I was wearing a jean that day, right? One very important thing, I'd always love to look good. So I was particular. So I make small money, I could get some good dresses, and stuff. I try to look good so I can get more clients that look like the kind of client I was looking for. Right. So he gave me the money, he paid me rather, and then I put some of them in my pocket, some of them in the bag, and I zoomed off. I got a keke. Alright. This time around, only me decided to pay the keke guy. Drop. So while I was in the keke, some other persons were stopping him. I told the guy, if they are going on our way, why not let them enter? I'll pay. I had money now. So that was how we carried two other persons. So one in front, one other person beside me. So the person beside me was a lady. And we moved. We got to a place, very, very popular place in Asaba, where they call Konwe Plaza. So, and there's this, I was actually headed to First Bank then. So the lady who entered was going to drop at Konwe. So when we got to Konwe, she dropped down. Remember, I had some money in my pocket, like both of my pockets in front of them. So she dropped down, and the first thing she did was pay me my money. I was like, what's going on here? Pay you your money how? From where to where? What thing they happen? So before you know, the keke guy come down, drop down. It was like, madam, which money and all of those things. Before you know, people gathered. Which money am I paying you? So she had seen, the money from my pocket, because it was bunch of money, like it was plenty money. Not so plenty, but of course you had 500 naira bunch, and then you have like two here. So she saw that, and maybe she planned in her mind to say, okay, let me collect money from this guy. Before you know it, people gathered, and then they started asking us questions. Some of them were saying, pay her money, and all of that. Some of them were saying, look at her, see as it be, you carry girl, pay her money. I was like, I don't do these kind of things. I don't know what you're talking about. So it got so heated up. I was confused. The girl started crying. Oh my goodness. So they were asking me, I was explaining I just got to collect which did I steal your money or something? What's the problem? Like I was explaining, I said, I just went to collect money for a job I'm about to do. Right? And I was going to the bank to deposit the money in the bank. I don't understand. So people were before you know, one guy went, all these Agbero guys, they brought tire, they say, hit and make it sit down for ground. One was shouting, sit down for ground. So me too, I was trying to man. I was like, are you okay? What do you mean by sit down for ground? Make I sit down for ground for what? And all of those things. So one said, bring the tire, put the tire for your neck. You don't thief money. You know, they tried to collect the bag from my hand. I refused. I'm like, no, she can't prove anything. Why are you? All of a sudden, one old man appeared. He just came from the back. He made his way to the front, and he was like, please, young men, calm down. Let's even hear from this lady. What is the problem? So the lady said, you should pay her money. I should pay her money. This, that, blah, blah, blah. So the old man was like, okay, young lady, how much is this your money? My God. This lady said 15,000 naira. Wale. 15,000 naira. I would have paid and left if I collected her money or whatever it is. I don't know how her 15,000 naira got to me, but she saw money and then she doesn't want to collect money. Looking at her, you would know that, okay, this is somebody who, this is a street girl, you know. So the old man now looked at me and said, young man, you look calm, clean, and all of those things. How comes 15,000? How? I said, I don't know what she's talking about. Right? So the old man now said, I can see some money in your pocket. How much do you have there? I removed the bunch of the money. Like I now remembered. I now removed everything. I said, look at it. I just got paid for a bit. We can even go back to confirm. Right? So I also showed them that, okay, I have some money in my bag. So I opened the bag. I was like, oh, a lot of money. People also came. They looked at they peeped at my bag, into my bag, and there were other money in my bag before I went to collect those ones. So there were other smaller money. I had the 35k together was the least money. I had other money in my bag because I planned to go to the bank that day to deposit some money. So we counted the money. 35k was the only small amount, right, that we could count. So I was like, okay, 35k, where's your money? Where's the 15k I stole? At least if I stole 15k, there should be a 15k somewhere. You could see that this whole money were packed before now, and I've not had the time to do all of those things. They increased that cry. I was like, oh my goodness. So the old man rather now said, young lady, you can see there's no 15,000 naira here. As at that time, some persons already started going back, you know, they started retreating and stuff. So the tension had gone down a bit, right? Then the lady now picked her phone. She now started making a call. She was, taking back steps. She was making that call, and before you know it, she ran away. So while she was running, some guys ran after her. So I was also trying to look at where she ran away from. I was like, in my mind, I was like, God, thank you, and all of those things. I was just trying to mark her face so that if I could see her again next time, make I do her something, you know, maybe arrest her or something and stuff. But I turned back. I was looking for the old man to even say thank you, sir, because if not for you, these other young guys here, we're already saying, bring tire. They won't burn me. Jesus. You know, so that happened, and looking back to find the old man to say thank you for how you approached the situation and all of those things, I didn't find him again. Remember, an old man, he couldn't really walk. So if he was going to walk fast, at least I should find him. But I looked everywhere. I couldn't find him. In my head, I said, oh, more. Am I dreaming? Could this be an angel? In my mind till today, that's the only thing I tell myself, that this man must have been an angel, right? Because if that had happened in Onitsha is close to Asaba. If that had happened in Onitsha, nobody story was. But thank God for that. So why I decided to share this story today was because I was driving by, and then I saw some persons gathered and they were making noise. I think somebody stole something or something like that. In my mind, I was like, maybe this guy is even innocent. Maybe he is innocent. And so then go kill him, you know, and all of those things. So I just hope that nothing happens to him. So that reminded me of this. And even though after that particular day, I'm not somebody who would really go and give testimony of plenty things like that, but nobody tell me. I stood in front of church and I was like, this was what happened, thank God, thank God, thank God. And most persons were like, oh, you just encountered the ministry of angels and all of those things. And so I thought to put this out there to say, please, people who gather around to judge matter, you don't even know where it started. Be careful, oh. Don't go and kill an innocent person because you think you are out there and you can put tire on somebody's neck and kill anybody. Yes, there are people who do whatever they want to do out there, but verify before you conclude on taking whatever action you want to take. Thank you. Peace and gracias.